Hello, hello, hey, hey, this is okay, okay, hey, okay, okay. And I am working on coloring a commission today. Thanks for joining me for a little video on the coloring process of this one, which I need to rename. It's definitely not called Staying After School. Let's call it Eating a Balloon. How about that? That's what I named I named the YouTube video How to Eat a Balloon. So I don't really I don't really know what to do. I got eating the rich on my mind. I'm doing this on YouTube because I'm just in full support of YouTube and social media today, watching how the news is just like completely on a different planet, it feels like lately, where, you know, actually, I should share the link before I get going. Yeah, so the news being on a different planet. If you didn't see it on the election and then the post-election coverage, just how the media is completely owned and doesn't actually address what it needs to. The shooting of the CEO, that definitely uh, that definitely highlighted the the lack of uh, proper coverage. Where are we going? Here we go. Here's the link. There we go. This is my Discord server. All right, so let's see. Now we got this character who is eating a balloon, and I was saying like, okay, yeah, this is YouTube, and I'm definitely in support of places like YouTube right now because I don't know. I feel like the best description I can really easily come up with, best allegory, is that it's like you're back in school and the teachers and the principal are in charge of the news, and they're covering the news as though the teachers and the principal are the only ones watching the news. And it's like a school of like 20 teachers and a school of like 5,000 kids. And so yeah, it's just like the news shouldn't be catered to the 20 teachers, and like the kids are making the news on their own channels now, and it's much more targeted towards who's watching the news. I just think it's kind of crazy how far removed from reality, or maybe they're not removed from reality, but how far from reality it seems they are, because they're on this, they know. But okay, so we got to draw some hands here. I've got my ginger beer here. Let's see. I want to make that noise. Yeah. So I got my high-powered octane ginger beer, which is not actually alcoholic. It's just basically like liquid ginger. If you've never had actual real 100% ginger ale, it's like ginger with some carbonation on it. And it's just like it's blowing up in my nose, causing me to really activating my sinuses and causing me to sneeze some. So if I sneeze, it's because I'm drinking this. We had a crazy flash flood yesterday, so I was just come from kind of cleaning up from that. Go like 3 months without a rainstorm, and then it all comes down in like 30 minutes. Is washing away the yard, and then it went from like 60 at night to 35 at night, which is just wild. The weather is so moody. All right, so we gotta draw. If you look at this thumb. This thumb is whack. speaking more about the disconnect from the news, I noticed a while ago, but I used to be a watcher of The Daily Show. I really think highly of Jon Stewart. And if you haven't noticed, if you're not a watcher of The Daily Show, like, what in the world has happened to that show? Because that is like, they have lost all their teeth. They are just like, you want to see what's happened to the news. Like, they are not immune to what has happened. I was watching their coverage, their video recently about the the shooting was used, that subject in the title for the video, and in like a 10-minute video they had like 30 seconds addressing the Luigi guy, and basically all they said about it was like, oh, he's hot, next subject. like I thought you were actually trying to cover news. Like, I don't know, this I've given up on The Daily Show. That was pretty much the nail in the coffin for me. I don't know what kind of shady business has happened on The Daily Show since Jon Stewart left, but I don't really know if it's a place to get your news anymore. Okay, so we got hands. They're a little bit pumped up. Let's make it look a little less detached from the wrist there. Okay, so I've almost finished flat coloring this. Let's get some color up in here. Here we go. All right, so I'm trying to remember what her face looked like. I'm gonna try to remember. I think she had like dark purple lipstick. This is probably too purpley. Let's go with more of a blue violet. Gotta give her some lips. Okay. She's got a mohawk, if you can't tell. And I think I'm gonna do her shirt design on a separate layer. I want to be able to select her shirt very easily. Okay, she's got like a skull and crossbones here. I put up a new poll on my Subscribestar today. I think I will eventually pull it onto a public poll, but it is public on Subscribestar. You don't have to actually be a subscriber, but you do have to have. Wait, no, I forgot how they do it. I think you do have to be a subscriber to actually participate in the vote, but you can see the poll, which that's not what I desire. So I'm gonna have to adjust, or I'm gonna have to like put the poll in a public place, and I feel like only Twitter now has DeviantArt got rid of their polls. There's like straw poll, I believe, that I've been doing. The polls for these sketch contests. They're not really contests, but these sketch months, I do the poll at the end of the month. You vote for your favorite sketches, and then the ones that get the most votes, I'll spend another day working on and kind of spicing up. So let's see. Yeah, I'll get a poll. I think I should be able to do it on Twitter. I don't like doing the straw polls quite as much. They're great because they allow so many options. I think Twitter only allows like 5 or 6 options on your poll, so it's kind of limited. But whoops, I think I pushed a button. But yeah, I'll do a poll on Twitter because I only have like 5 options for this poll, and it will be like which comic subject. It's like I basically put up like a tagline and a title, and I don't want to give away too much about the story, but which comic story sounds like the one you want to which sounds the best to you, which one would you want me to work on next. The other project I'm going to be working, something's going on. Oh, okay, I see. So the other project I'll be working on next month is creating a physical copy of Windy Wonka Chapter 2. I'm going to have to create like a single issue run for like a test or proof. So I might see if some people are interested in getting a copy of a single issue. The problem is I think it needs to be of an issue that I'm about to print, just to make sure, like, I need that assurity that, because I mean, ideally you would do like a copy of a comic that you're not about to put into the volume. But yeah, so I don't know. I might look at like which one sold the most copies and do that one, or I could put up a poll and see like which copy or which issue from Chapter 2 interests you the most, or was your favorite, that kind of thing. The other thing I really want to do is doing some like I don't know, like a deep dive or a reviewing of certain comics that I've done in the past, and just talk about them and have fun, because my memory is not that good. I've not got a great memory, and like the other day someone was asking me about the Halloween issue for Tales from the Crypt Keeper, and I was talking about it for a second and thinking, like, I don't even remember if I wrote that script without help. Like, I don't remember if that was a story idea that was submitted and then I decided to turn it into a comic script, or if it was just an idea that I completely generated without any help. That's the problem with having a bad memory is, after a while it's like, you kind of lose that information to lose it to that history is lost, like completely lost. And I don't know, there's probably a few things that I don't want completely lost. There's probably some things that I want to be able to remember forever, and definitely things I don't, but all right, so there's her. Let's see how that looks. Oh shoot, I did that again. I'm not really focused on what I'm doing here, if that's not obvious. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna just merge these instead of redoing it. Okay, so now I believe we're ready to shade. I've got a chat up. Let me say hey to chat. Oh, I gotta sign in. Oh no, I think I can chat. There we go. All right, so let's start shading. First, I gotta do the basics. I gotta copy and paste this layer, so we have a copy, and then we have this copy we can manipulate. So we're gonna shade her like a balloon. Just imagining there's a balloon inside her that's been getting pumped up. Okay, so I'm gonna do some red in it. Probably gonna try to go light. And we're just gonna do a nice, gentle shading here. Kind of a belly button you just want to crawl into. Set up a fort. Blanket fort, pillow fort. I'm gonna try to create a Bob Ross tutorial here. Hey, Ghosty. Welcome back. I'm gonna see how long I can go in chat while just saying hey. Send out my haze. Say purple haze. That'd be cool if I could color my haze. Okay, so let's see. I'm not really paying attention to what I'm doing here. I need to get with it, you know. All right, here, let's get with it and color this. Let's do soft round for a soft belly. Okay, so I'm using this base color. We're gonna use that base color and kind of blend it a little bit better. Should probably try changing colors just a little bit. Let's go a little bit more red. I'm just going to kind of touch here and there. So my plans for January and February, I'm still kind of working on that, but you can pop over on my Subscribestar and see. Subscribestar is where I basically put up all my posts for basically my laboratory. Like, what am I thinking in my head? You know, it's like my whiteboard where I start figuring stuff out, start progress on stuff over there. So the idea is to do, you know, the volume for Windy Wonka 2, a physical comic. I'll do a single issue for a test proof, make sure the pages I'm submitting to them are looking fabulous and looking high resolution, you know, printing out really nicely and all that. I want to have something that I can actually show you to give you a sense of like, yes, this is legit, and yes, this looks good, that kind of thing. I feel like it would be, if I was in the consumer's shoes, I would be like needing to see something. And so that's what I'm doing. I'm also making sure that it's going to be a product that isn't going to anger people if they pay for it. I want to make sure it's going to be a good product, that sort of thing. So yeah, I'm going to be doing a single issue and then a paperback volume, which is going to be about 150 pages. The really fun idea I had for this whole Wonka comic project was I'm going to open up commissions for the cover. And I'm going to have a set cover, but I'm going to leave like a large vacuum of space where I'm basically going to do a commission of someone's original character. It will be like a premium commission. It's not going to be regular commission prices because this commission will be printed out on a single issue of the comic, and that will be your issue. Like, you get to have your commission basically printed out onto a volume of Windy Wonka Chapter 2, which I think is going to be like, I think that would be the coolest thing ever if I was you know, commissioning an artist to draw my character and like they printed it on their comic, which is a comic series that I've enjoyed. Like, that would be like, I can't think of anything better than that. Like, I like to try to think of things that I would want and try to provide that, you know, sell that to a customer. So that is basically what I was dreaming up. Like, if I could get that done by an artist I respect and, you know, wanted to commission, like, that's what I want to do. And I've got to make sure that it's going to work out because, you know, I need to verify with the comic printer that they will allow me to do like a single issue of a comic. If not, I might have to do like, you know, 4 different covers, an inside cover, a back side cover, and then a front and back cover, and just have all 4 be like commissioned characters. But anyway, that's the plan. That's the plan, to make the comic covers really fun. I also have to do a cover for Willy Wonka Epilogue #2. And so, yeah, that's a lot of talking. I haven't really done too much drawing, but that's the kind of the fun plans I've got, where we'll have a, I'm going to open up the floor to stick characters into the Wonka universe and get printed onto the limited edition cover, because the whole comic, the paperback comic, will be a limited edition. I'm not going to continue printing these out once the deadline has passed. So it's like, get your copy while you can. Okay, here we go. Let's actually work here. So I'll have more solid solid plans soon. I'm just kind of putting my thoughts together and putting my plans together, and trying to do that at the same time as having my commission jobs here, which kind of suck all my time up. But yeah, that's the plan. And I'm wondering if she should have an outie belly button. I'm guessing any's gonna work okay, but let's do some super bright white. Gonna sort of undo some of this that I did over here. How round does that look so far? Am I doing a digital comic? Yes, I'm doing a digital comic for January and February. And I was saying earlier, that's what I started the poll for today. The poll on my Subscribe Star is the first poll. I'm probably going to do a second poll on Twitter, and I might, knock out 2 of the options, so where it's only like a 3-option poll for Twitter. And I'll put that poll out there, and I'm kind of getting a poll for which story to go with for the next comic that I'll be doing in January and February. I'm thinking it'll probably be like a 13-page comic, which still is a lot of work. But it'll be a single issue comic that start in January and end in February. Okay, so let's get on this belly one more time. Get on that belly. pull some more darkness, I guess you'd say, dark shades. Let's see. Here we go. I'm going to use the smoke detail brush really quick here. I'm going to use the smoke detail brush and then use the soft round eraser for the edges. Sort of subdue that texture a little bit. And now we can come in and give that little, like, I keep forgetting what it's called, like the reflective shadow. Okay, I think that looks pretty spherical, or not spherical, but looks pretty tight and round. Okay. The theme will be sort of like an ABDL theme, or some kind of variation of that. If you also remember I do remember that So I'm thinking of the Halloween issue for Tales from the Crypt Keeper. I'm also thinking there was another issue called the Halloween costume. Yeah, that's it. The Halloween costume was a story idea submitted by the name's escaping me. I can't remember his name. I can remember it if I get back into my DA real quick, but Grobleck. Maybe it was Grobleck. I think it was. So that was a story idea submitted by him, and remember I couldn't squeeze it in, and I thought like, well, I do like the idea. Let's hold on to it, and I'll just make it its own comic. So that's basically what I'm going to do here. I'm just saying, it's not something I haven't done before. So yeah, here we go. We got hands. I'm going to try to make her hands like a ovular, not spherical, but ovular. Is that a word? All right, so now let's come with a darker shade. I'm using my soft brown tool, and I think it's probably going to stick out too much if I keep using it, because it's looking very different. So I don't want it to feel unnatural or feel wrong. So it just feels wrong. Here we go. There we go. Let's see. I'm kind of wondering if I should move on to the face now. How about we do... I think we should. I'm going to come with the smoke detail. Hopefully this will help kind of erase the feeling of that soft round. If we get a little bit of a jagged texture in there. What I'm worried about is it feels too soft everywhere. And it's kind of weird thinking about that, how it's like, trying to draw something very tight and round, but the soft gradation makes it feel unnatural and just wrong. Okay, so let's get a little bit darker, I guess. I watched the movie Saw 10, which was released in 2023. I say that because there's so many Saws that, I'm a fan of the Saw series, but when I saw Saw 10 was on, I was like, have I seen that before? I'd skip ahead to see if I had seen it before, because, they just all run together now. But I was really... with what has happened with the shooting, it's just like, what is that Saw? Which Saw movie is it where it's a health insurance person, basically like a health insurance CEO, and he brings the health insurance CEO into the Saw game because he denied his claims, which is like art reflecting reality, and then reality or reflecting art kind of thing, where it's I also saw someone had shared a comic page where some girl, I should have saved that because I don't even know what it's from, but some woman jumps onto the table with something strapped onto her chest that's gonna explode, and she's like, I'm the person whose insurance you denied, and it's terminal, so I don't care. And then she causes the switch to go off. But yeah, that was in a comic, and stuff you know, it's like, it's not far-fetched. I was trying to remember too, like what other, I know in Transformers, like the American healthcare system is like the real life enemy. You know, there's like the Transformer enemy, but then in the real life, like the healthcare system is the enemy, and the motivation to the to fight. But I don't know, like all these people saying, who was Josh Shapiro, who said Luigi is not a hero. The real hero is the person who called 911 at McDonald's. And I don't know, the inner frustration from that speech, just like I will never forget that, because I'm pretty sure they're gonna try to have Josh Shapiro run for president or something. Hey, Metallatronus Remake Adventure. Hello. That's a wild name, Metallatronus. I was just talking about Transformers. Okay, so here we go. I need to zoom out and kind of show what we're working on here, I guess, for anyone who's just coming in. You have some questions. Would you be able to walk while you full inflation like Blueberry? Okay, so I'm guessing the question is, would you be able to walk while you're fully inflated like a blueberry? And I don't think there is a correct answer for that, because I think there's like just so many different forms of blueberry that you know, there are actually full inflation. Is that the question? Full inflation? No, you would not be able to. You would be able to roll, and that is my answer, and I'm sticking to it. Okay, so let's sort of round her cheeks out a little bit more, kind of make them look full. Okay, so let's give her a forehead. Most people have foreheads. Okay, so sometimes my graphics card just like spazzes out. Yeah, but as I was saying, like I should probably just get off that subject. The real hero is the McDonald's worker who snitched on. Yeah, I don't think so. They wish. We were talking about this the other night. Like, one of the most telling things is that the meeting that the CEO was on his way to carried on time, no delay, business as usual. I mean, if that's not, you know, just a sign of the meeting for healthcare, the healthcare industry, the healthcare, what is it? Not the healthcare program, the healthcare company that's in charge of more Americans than any other, carried on like business as usual when their CEO was just offed on the way to the meeting. It's just, it just feels like a mixture of reality TV show and also like a scripted TV show, you know? Sorry, I'm stuck on this. I do think it's going to be one of those things that is long remembered. or it has lasting effects. I think it will have more lasting effects than the attempt on Donald Trump, which is kind of wild to say, you know. OkayOkayOkOk. I think we'll get her some highlights now. Probably should save because my graphics card seems to be doing some hiccups. I really like using this brush because of what I was saying earlier, where the soft round brush, it just kind of starts feeling like you're not a human being doing this. Like it feels like you're using CGI to and I don't want people thinking I'm taking shortcuts or anything like that. There's no way, I don't want to sound too cocky, but there's no way AI is going to be replicating my work as far as like these sketches. I'm way too scratchy. You see all these like lines everywhere. Like AI can't do that. AI can't do that and have it look like it makes sense. That was the first thing I thought of when I started watching AI do work, do artwork. I was like, it's gonna have a hard time copying mine, because even though it's like it's not a great thing. It doesn't look professional, or it doesn't look high quality. It ensures that it's human, So I don't know. When I first saw that, and it was first kind of like trying to understand how AI is going to be playing into my artwork, and I did see that my artwork has been trained on for different databases, which kind of sucks, but it kind of sucks for them too, because like probably gonna make their training data sets have more problems. Probably don't want to use my artwork to train your AI for multiple reasons, I guess. Okay, so this is my multiply layer. Let's go on yellow. I'm gonna go with, do we want it like a green, like a toxic green? This is gonna be like a bushy mohawk. It's got some volume to it. Now we're gonna come with some eraser. Get some texture back here. All right. And now we can do highlights. Let's go with like a bright yellow. Okay, so make sure we're not on the multiply layer anymore. I need to do a poll on, or at least do some analytics and figure out where most of my viewers are watching from, because I have no idea. I get, viewers from all over the world, even though I'm a little bit fluent in French, but that's the only other language I can attempt to speak. Okay, I think we're going to need to come onto the multiply layer and Right. She's definitely got a fluffed up mohawk there. I hope it. The problem is, even though maybe it needs to be like trimmed. Maybe she needs a haircut. I don't know. What do you think? What do you think? Should her scalp, where there's, the where you have the hair follicle, hair roots, should that be shaded in any way? Like that, Probably went a little bit over the line right there. Needs to go back just a little bit. Sorry. Oh, I got a little more ginger beer. Ooh. Ooh. Fire. I also loved the other day about how did you see this meme about Joe Rogan believing in dragons, and how that woman on The View, she fact checked it, so it must be true. Did you see that whole mess? That was hilarious. I don't watch Joe Rogan or listen to Joe Rogan, but I thought that was really funny. Okay, so this shirt of hers is a plaid shirt. I'm thinking you can do it in either. You can either put the print on a multiply layer, or you can put the shading on the multiply layer. I'm guessing it's gonna come out the same either way, so it doesn't really matter. So let's shoot. I think this is the right color. I think it was like a slightly less intense green, so I'm gonna try to go like this. Let's see what this looks like when I shade it. That's a little too blue. I'm gonna just decrease the hue on it a little bit. Okay. So let's work with this, I think. my videos are probably better if you took one and compressed it down, like an hour-long video, compressed it down to like 20 seconds. Then it's probably watchable. I'm sorry, I'm like putting more attention into talking than drawing. I should just be quiet and do the work. All right, let me put some music on for me, and I'm gonna hit the floor running kind of thing. I don't know what you say there. Go to the races. Is that what it is? I'm gonna go to the races. I'm gonna start your engines. In my Mofo and Coco series that I was writing, I've written one of the characters, Coco, as this person who constantly gets expressions wrong, and I try to do it in a comedic way, but definitely feel like I am pulling from my own experience with that personality trait. Okay. The other thing I'm sorry to break the silence again. Probably gonna get slowed down here. But the other thing I'm playing around with, the other idea for the single issue comic was trying to use, what was it, the epilogue as the single issue, and compressing both issues 1 and 2 into a single issue comic, physical comic printed. And the other thing I was going to say was, what was I going to say? Oh, I'm going to, on the Kickstarter with the volume, I will offer a digital file, which is basically what I'm sending to the printer, a digital file of the whole chapter 2 for the price of the paperback. If you're not interested in a paperback and you haven't read the series, you could get into it with the digital. Okay, so I think that's good. I'm actually going to go a slight bit darker. Let's kind of make it look like there's a... We'll probably do this on the multiply layer, but I wanted to make it look like her arm is casting a shadow on her body. But yeah, she's definitely getting pumped up here. Okay, so now let's go on the multiply layer. We'll make sure it is above the cross and skull bones. And this is not going to affect the cross and skull bones at all. Oh, I just hit something weird. Okay, so let's go with more kind of a indigo blue green. And that might be too dark. It is. I don't want to get too dark, or else it doesn't look like it's using the same light source as the rest of her body. There we go. All right, now let's use, I could try using that 435 brush. All right, now let's go into the soft round brush and sort of subdue those lines a little bit. Okay, now let's go with the eraser. Okay, now let's use the soft round for the reflective lighting. Just came off a little too strong there. I think the graphics card had a problem. Okay, soft round. All right, so now let's go with the highlights. We'll just kind of create our own new layer, I guess. Now we got to figure out a shape. Do we do like a bean shape up here? I think so. Could do like a triangle, like a, not an is it an isosceles triangle? Okay. Now let's kind of glaze over all of it. What do you think? Okay, so now we're moving on to her pants. Pants! Pants! Let's go with a dark greenish gray. See that little spot right there? Where is that? Is that on that layer? Yeah, we need to get rid of that. Okay. So I'm getting the general forms kind of sketched in so far. We might do any cast shadows on the multiply layer. Yeah, I think that's looking right. Definitely looks tight. Tight, dude. I was watching an Instagram video last night of the Ninja Turtles when they were on the Oprah Winfrey show, which just doesn't really add up. But yeah, the Ninja Turtles were on the Oprah Winfrey show and they're talking about like banging April O'Neil, and there's kids in the audience, and the cameraman cuts over to the kids' reactions, and their reactions are hilarious because they are just like deer in the headlights, jaws on the floor. Like, what are they talking about? They're talking about like interspecies relationships, and just like, what? Who thought this was a good idea? I think there's a reason why I didn't know that existed. All right, so let's go with the softer brush now. And now we'll go back to the hard brush for this. Okay. It's starting to run out of time because I got to be somewhere this afternoon. Okay, so I think that looks puffed up and tight. An inflated blueberry cow in a comic. Yeah, that's a good idea. I know it will happen. When is the question? I think in 2025 we'll see that. If you haven't seen the More Cowbell comic, you would definitely be interested in that. I put up an ad for that this past weekend. More Cowbell. Okay, I need some black. More cowbell. The or oh, who will be the inflated blueberry cow? Yes. Hopefully, I'm gonna have time to get to another comic page this month. Oh man, I just messed with my headphones. Okay, here we go. I think I'm almost done here. Let's go a little bit darker on. Let's go. I'll just make a new layer. Might as well. Oh man, did you hear that? My stomach is growling. It's hungry. Drawing this skull and crossbones takes me back to my tattooing days. Gotta make this skull look like it's stretched out. I did a tattoo design not too long ago. I used to do lots of them. That was before what that before the dark times. What is that from in Lord of the Rings? When he's like before the Dark Lord, before the dark times? Is that what the language is? I feel like I need some stretched lines. I think I got too detailed with the skull and crossbones. All right. Kind of looks like he's got a mustache. Oh, okay. A spherical cow would be a dream. I like the strawberry cow. He once did in the sketch month. Ooh, strawberry cow. Huh, I'm trying to think. I haven't done a strawberry cow in probably a year, so that's been a while ago. You need more tattoos? Tattoos can be expensive, so I don't know that a lot of people are getting tattoos right now. It seems like one of those things that is not recession proof. Oh, my stomach is growling. Okay. I think we're about done here. I'm gonna do the shadow. I like to do shadows. I guess you call them cast shadows. Oh, I forgot the flannel design. We need a circle. That's right. Here we go. I'm actually gonna cancel that clear ratio. we'll crop this back after I finish the cast shadow. Sort of highlights how large her back end is. Filter, blur, Gaussian. We can go with a slight bit more. Now we'll do a motion blur. And let's do a soft round. Actually, went too far there. Okay, so now let's get okay. Let's just do like an exclamation point, and then we'll just continue it. Yep. Let's yep. I think I'm ready to get more. Fill. Okay. Okay, so now what was I saying? The flannel design. And I'm gonna take another sip. Okay. Is this the... Well, might as well use this. Is it on the... Okay, this is what we need. Now, I'm trying to remember the color of the flannel, and I think it was... Oh, shoot. I need to do this on a multiply layer. That's right. No. See, this is where I forgot. Like, that does matter. I should have done the design not on the multiply layer. It affects the coloration slightly. Now she's starting to look to me like the character from the Halloween costume. When she was in costume. Okay, so let's get that curve going. Now we'll do small lines, I guess. Okay. And I guess we got to do the vertical stripes next. Okay. Let's do a strong yellow one now, a strong yellow stripe. We'll do it in the center of the talking about the Halloween costume is making me think about the recent trailer for 28 Years Later. That should be a good movie. Those have been good movies. They have never disappointed. Okay. I think the pants have a design on them too. So let's go ahead and do that. Where's the multiply? There it is. Let's do like a kind of a yellowy cream color. I'm not really remembering what the flannel on the pants look like. This is also making me think about the Joker movie. I just completely ignored that movie. It seems like I made the right decision. I watched a honest trailer for it yesterday. Let's say it didn't make me want to go out and watch the movie. Okay, here we go. Pants. Let's do like a low saturation blue for the I think I got that wrong. It's gotta be gotta kind of come across here. Okay, now she's got flannel design. And we're done. This has been another commission from December. Oh, that burned. Okay, this has been another commission from December 2024. The next commission batch will be March 1st, 2025. If you're interested in commissions, pop on March 1st in the morning. Would be good because they go, I usually have like 10, 15 spots and they go pretty quick. Sometimes they're gone before noon. So mark your calendars for March 1st if you want a commission, and I will see you then. If you're wanting to continue following, I'm on DeviantArt, I'm on Twitter, Blue Sky, and Subscribestar, and of course YouTube. Give me a follow and a like if you want, and I will see you next time.